Hi there everyone, and welcome back to another very exciting chess game by Capablanca. So in this chess game, Capablanca had the white pieces and his opponent was the president of the St. Louis Chess Club at that time. This game was played in 1909. So his opponent was Thomas Carter, an amateur chess player. So this was from a Capablanca chess simul, a 22-board chess simul, a must-see chess game. So e4, e5, f4, and this is the king's gambit. Bishop to c5, and then knight to f3, d6, c3. So preparing to play bishop takes, queen takes, d4 is possible. So bishop to c4, and then d3, black castled, bishop to g5, pinning the knight, and then knight from b to d7. Developing the knight c6, and Capablanca castled from the queen side, and at the correct time after moving the knight he can also push the d pawn. So b5, bishop back, bishop to e7, h4, knight to c5, and the most sensible move, bishop goes back, not just defending the bishop and also defending on d3. A temporary parking spot for the bishop, so knight to e6 and then g4, full steam ahead, and then g6, why not damaging the pawn structure and capturing the bishop. Then h takes on g5, and this open h-file is menacing for black. So after defending the knight, queen to h3, and how to deal with this, queen takes on h7, you can see that this pawn on g5 is also causing a lot of problems. Black can't push the pawn for defending, so pushing the pawn for defending that, but simple chess, no fuss, no complications. Capablanca simply captures the knight, bishop takes, and then g5, squeezing life out of his opponent. So bishop to g7, and then rook over. At the correct time he's preparing to play h5 actually. So knight to f4, knight to f1, and relocating the knight, and we have queen to c7. You might also ask, if you are an amateur who can't calculate very deeply, what happens if knight takes on d3? Well, actually this is a very bad move. Black is winning a pawn. Congratulations, sir, you have won a pawn. But what happens if queen takes bishop? Rook to d1, losing the queen and the chess game. The queen is getting trapped, so we have knight to e3, queen to c7, and then h5. So a pretty obvious move. Capablanca wants to open this h-file, and he can also, I believe, push the pawn. And where is the bishop going? It is going to trap the bishop. There are so many threats. The bishop is confined on g7, so g takes on h5, and the knight is defending on h5, isn't it? But watch this. All guns blazing. Rook takes on h5, sacrificing the exchange. And this, again, this open h-file is looking menacing. Rook over is possible. Attacking on h7, knight can jump in. This silent bishop can potentially become a very dangerous piece on b3. So this is a very good position for white, even though white lost the exchange. So we have rook over. Black wants to lift the rook and then defend with the rook, but then knight is getting in, rook up, and then rook over. And how to defend on h7? Threatening checkmate. Houston, we got a problem. That's what the president of the St. Louis Chess Club says. So he played h6. Well, what else? So capturing the pawn, g takes on h6. We have bishop to f6. What else? And then queen to g4 by Capablanca. A fluent, actually perfect chess by Capablanca. And we have rook over. Well, let's play a random move in this position. What would you do if you had the white pieces? Can you guess Capablanca's idea? Why did Capablanca play queen to g4? It should be very simple. So queen to g7 was Capablanca's idea. That's check, sacrificing the queen, only move. That's double check, only move, and then checkmate. So queen to g4 and threatening to play queen to g7. So we have rook over, and black is thinking that he's defending on g7 3 times with the rook, with the bishop, and with the king. What would you do? Actually, white has won another, a very strong move in this position. Let me give you 3 seconds. Well, actually, that was a trick question. White still has queen to g7 by Capablanca. And what else? Rook takes on g7. The other possible move is bishop takes on g7. This is the second legal move. And then capturing the bishop, discovered check, double check, checkmate. Brutal. So rook takes, but this is also losing. And black is still getting checkmated. Discovered check, double check, only move, and then rook to h8, checkmate. And in his colorful chess career, Adolf Henderson famously checkmated one of his opponents, just like this. So this is why this checkmate pattern is known as Anderson's checkmate. So very beautiful chess game by Capablanca, and this chess game ended with a checkmate. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.